What if someone told you that the happiest person you know might be battling an invisible war every day? Quite a thought, isn't it? But that's the truth about depression. It's a silent battle, often fought behind the brightest of smiles and the loudest of laughs. It's not always about the visible signs of sadness or the tears that might occasionally escape. Depression can be a shadowy companion to anyone at any age. It does not discriminate. It could be your jovial neighbor, your high-achieving colleague, or even your cheerful best friend. It's a condition that wraps its cold, quiet fingers around the mind, often leaving no physical trace. And yet, its impact is profound, altering the way people think, feel, and live. Depression is more than just feeling blue. It's a serious mental health condition that requires understanding and treatment. And to understand, we must first acknowledge its presence, even when it's invisible to the naked eye. So what causes this invisible war within us? Let's delve into that. You see, depression is a bit like a jigsaw puzzle, one with many pieces that all have to fit together just right. It's not a result of one event or factor, but rather, it's a complex interplay of genetic, biological, environmental, and psychological factors. Imagine a tapestry, if you will, with each thread representing a different cause. Some threads are genetic, that is, we may inherit a susceptibility to depression from our parents or grandparents. Other threads are biological. Changes in our brain chemistry or hormone levels can tip the scales and make us more prone to depression. And then, there are the environmental threads. These could be anything from the place we live to the people we interact with daily. If we're constantly exposed to stress, conflict, or trauma, these environmental factors can pull at the threads of our mental health, making the tapestry of our well-being unravel. The psychological threads are perhaps the most intricate. These are woven from our thoughts, our feelings, our past experiences. They are the threads that tell the story of who we are. And sometimes these stories can be filled with pain, trauma, or loss. Life events such as these don't just leave a mark on our hearts, they also impact our minds, possibly triggering depression. But let's make one thing very clear. Depression isn't a choice. You can't choose to be depressed any more than you can choose the color of your eyes or your height. And it's not a sign of weakness either. It's not like catching a cold or spraining an ankle where you can just snap out of it. It's a complex condition that has complex causes. Depression is like a shadow that follows us around. It's not always visible, but it's always there, lurking in the background. But understanding its causes, that's the first step to bringing it into the light, to tackling it head on. Depression is not a sign of weakness, nor is it something that one can simply snap out of. It's a complex condition that has complex causes. Depression might be a tough enemy, but it's not invincible. Yes, depression is a formidable foe, but you have the power to fight back. And the first step is understanding that seeking help is not a sign of weakness. In fact, it's quite the opposite. It's an act of strength and courage. It's an acknowledgement that you are worth fighting for. So if you're feeling overwhelmed, reach out to a mental health professional. There's a whole world of effective treatments waiting for you, from psychotherapy and medication, to lifestyle changes and mindfulness techniques. Treating depression is not a one-size-fits-all approach. It's about finding what works best for you. Maybe it's cognitive behavioral therapy to help change your thought patterns. Perhaps it's medication to balance your brain chemistry. Or it could be a daily walk in the park to boost your mood. But treatment is just one piece of the puzzle. Self-care is another crucial part. It's about taking time for yourself, whether it's doing something you love, eating a healthy meal, or simply getting a good night's sleep. And let's not forget about the importance of support from loved ones. Sometimes, a listening ear or a comforting hug can make all the difference. On your journey towards better mental health, remember that it's okay to ask for help. You are not alone. You have an army of supporters behind you, ready to help you conquer depression. Depression is a battle, but every battle can be won. We've journeyed through its invisible nature, explored its causes, and discovered coping mechanisms. It's a tough fight, but remember, it's okay to seek help. You don't have to face this alone. There's strength in reaching out, strength in understanding. If you or someone you know is struggling, don't hesitate to reach out. And if you found this video helpful, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe for more. Remember, you are stronger than you think.